So, and despite all the odds, I have another upcoming project in my hands, and this time it will be but what was really actually is strange and weird that Bandai back in the day and later in the reissues never put English translation for this Mobile Suit name. Basically, they gave you a lot of English type information under the name and under the Mobile Suit XM-06 technical name, but never did gave a English translation for a real name of the Mobile Suit. So we basically have a Mobile Suit from a Gundam Formula 91, as it says on the bottom of the box art, and it is if you have a translation app on your phone, it says Dagh Giri or Dagh Giri. Which one is correct? Accurate? I have no idea, but Dagh Giri, something about Dagh Giri. And this time it is a reissue from back of 1991 original print back in the day, and even before this pandemic it was priced for 800 yen. That's right, very cheaply. You could get yourself a 100 scale cool looking Mobile Suit model kit, which is now quite a difficult task to obtain one. And we have I believe a different pilot version as well here in the bottom of the side box. It's a milk white color, a little bit more, I don't know, more bright light coloration. And of course, after Dagh Giri's identification, because I was quite confused to say what kind of name it is, really, we are about to open and check out in the box. And first off, which we encounter is a green color, main base color of the Dagh Giri. Dagh Giri. Which one do you prefer most? And we have quite a lot of interesting parts. Those are not completely tiny parts, because it's an older type Mobile Suit model kit, which was made in early 90s and don't have a lot of separated or color separated parts. So details are quite nice. Of course, back in the day, Bandai were making those strange decisions when parts were separated alongside in the middle, like feet, like hips, and of course like a leg armor, which seem line. I don't know, probably not a purposely, but it's always visible. So a lot of details, by the way, a lot of details on the parts. We also get those rubber type poly caps, of course. Reissued models have their own benefits. The first one is plastic quality. Plastic quality is always better since there are new molds under the old formula. And you always get decals, which are also reissued, reprinted, and those are a lot way better than those which you probably preserved for a time when you bought a first print back in how much? 30 years ago. Yeah, time flies. Time definitely flies. And of course, as I mentioned before, about color about part seam line separation, it goes all over the shoulders as well. So a lot of gluing. The first mission which I encountered myself with will be a gluing part mode. Reach shield, which I will be not using, and I will explain why not in a future videos someday, but of course I will give some hints. And the least interesting 3-gate sprue whatever it is called, is a grey colored part. Those are a little bit different because I believe, no, it's solid plastic. It's actually hard plastic, so it's a little bit better than previous ones I encountered in my experience. And yeah, those needs a lot of painting. Inner frames parts as I see for legs over here, which I will show the manual soon. The thrusters, rifle, and of course some additional parts for hands. Nothing special actually, nothing special, but it's good to see a little bit more details on those old parts. We have a manual, which is complete copy of the box art, as usual Bandai goes with. We have number 7, seventh number in the line. We open the manual and we have a exactly variation of the mobile suit which originally appeared in the Formula 91 movie. It just was repainted version of I don't remember the name of the pilot. Now I will not speculate, which deflected from the crossbone vanguards to Earth Federation, whatever Earth Federation was back then, to aid them in the fight against the masked dictator, whatever it is. I don't remember. I still don't remember. I need to rewatch. I have my suspicious speculations, but I don't want to share them because that's a critical point over there. And of course, we have some real color scheme for actual model suit we have here. I will go with the original one. It will be a dark green with white parts here, there, over there, and several places which parts doesn't have in color separation, but what you expect from the old model. Few stripes of red here and there on the head, on the back of the thrusters, over a feet protectors over here on both sides, and of course some parts on the head. And interesting part as well for general reference, height of the model suit, and we have a tall Jagan standing behind Dagh Giri. That's right, that's Jagan back in there. So you can approximately tell how tall the Giri was, and it wasn't very much tall. We have parts, which is a casual thing, and we go for the manual. Manual is quite interesting. And what I mentioned before, the main issue with older models is that seam line always goes in the front of the part, and that's nowhere to go, and you have to deal with it. You have to glue, sand, remove, repaint, add more paint job, and make it look as much as pleasable as possible. Here we have an inner frame part I mentioned before. It goes inside of both leg armors in both parts, which is probably for a stability issue, I think, because later Bandai did not use any more of those rods inside the leg armors at all. And we have more the same issue with the feet. Seam line will be visible in the front part, on the front side. All this will be and must be removed if you don't want to have a seam-lined fueled model on your shelf, which will be a really sad shame. And of course, shoulder armor has the same problem. It's a quite old model, but it still has a not color but plastic separated parts, so a lot easier to paint if you're using a brush like I do, and to add some details, more details. Of course, the backpack is quite simple, 2 parts, sandwich between, polycaps inside, thrusters, nothing special at all. Easy and simple to do by anyone. Head has 2 parts and 2 antennas side apart as a rifle. And of course they have beam sable handle, which is included. I just didn't cover it. And mobile suit has a beam saber added, made just a one color plastic roll. And we have a guide for water slides, of course. Some water slides are too big in my opinion, which I will try to color right now, like this. A little bit too big, what I think. Probably I am mistaken, but we'll see. When I start to work on this beautiful mobile suit, I will be making a regular videos probably, which includes progress and some thoughts here and there. So that's much about the unboxing of Dagh Giri mobile suit 0x06, I think. No, XM-06 from Gundam Formula 91. So yeah, that's about it.